Hello everyone, my name is Mimi79 and today I've got some daily race B around Sardinia. So in the Lexus RCF here in Group 4. So this is a pretty interesting race actually because it's one of the shorter tracks in Gran Turismo Sport. So there's 7 laps instead of the usual 3 or 4 in Group number 4. How did you like that rhyme there? So anyway, starting 4th. I set at 56.2 at this point. Not the greatest lap, but it put us in 4th for this lobby. So, as you can clearly see, the front runners are going with the FF cars. So we've got 2 TTs and 1 Peugeot. As WBA Legend just smacks into the wall, so his hopes for a potential victory are over. So it's really crucial in this race to not make any mistakes because it's such a short lap and it's hard to gain time. So into the final corner. This corner, by the way, is the worst corner I've ever seen. It's just absolutely appalling. So many ways to mess it up. It's just ugh. So anyway, in the slipstream of the Italian here, onto lap number 2. We could think about send into turn 1, but he's just too far in front. So just going to look for a cutback, but there's no way that's going to happen. So just got to stick behind for now and wait for a chance into turn 1 again. So he goes wide there, which isn't the best idea, and that's going to make him run wide again. So we could think about a move, but we're just going to brake early, try and get the slowing fast out strategy. And he runs wide, so it's just going to be an easy move. Doesn't really have to do much there, and he's just going to back out, which is going to let us keep the place. So into the final corner once again, powering out early, and the gap's about 3.5 tenths, or 3 tenths now, so you just got to try and defend into turn number 1. So just sticking to the inside, he pulls over to the left hand side, and we're just going to try and squeeze him as much as possible. But we brake way too late, and he's just going to get the cut back, and slight tap there, but no consequences as far as I know. The Italian behind just gets a penalty, so his chances of a second place are basically over before they even began. So thinking about a move into turn number 5, is it? I'm not too sure. So anyway, into the final corner here, or third to last, penultimate, and then final corner. Again, not the greatest run, just clipping the inside curve, which is not what you want to do. So just got to stick behind. We are still in the slipstream, not by much, but we are. So that's really crucial for our chances in this race. So into the first corner, braking late. But again, just not quite close enough, and then we just hit the inside curb. That's going to throw us offline, and the gap's 8 tenths, so we're out the slipstream. It's not really looking good. So we're going to skip to the end here, and we couldn't really close up after that. He was just too quick for us. You know, he did start second, so he was the faster driver, I suppose. So into the second race then, starting 5th this time with WBA Legend right in front of us. And if you could be ever so kind as to check his channel out, that will be great. I will leave his link in the pinned comment, so if you could just pay a visit to his channel, that will be really great. So into the first corner, braking early because cold tyres really do make a difference. Powering out early, that's one advantage of this RCF. You can really get on the power quite early, whereas the FF cars do understeer quite a lot. So through the S section, this time WBA Legend does not bin it, which I'm honestly shocked at, to be honest. So through the right hander, really crucial we don't mess up this final corner. He goes to the inside, which really isn't the smartest move, I don't think, because it's going to compromise his line. Braking early so we don't smack into the back of him like some people. that's not what I want to do. So down the start finish straight into lap number 2, pulling over to the right hand side here. We've got a really good run, and we're just going to slip it down the inside as the Brit goes for a massive dive bomb, and he just pushes off the Norwegian there, so up into third as well, 2 for 1. And the Brit gets a 4-second penalty, so that's a rare example of the penalty system doing its job. That was a pretty devious move there, really shouldn't have gone for it, should have kind of waited a little for a mistake or something. But he's got this 4-second penalty to serve as he goes to the right hand side. I'm sorry. So coming into the final corner here, really crucial, don't mess this up, because WBA is just a few tenths behind. So a mistake could cost me a handful of time, which could use to get in the slipstream. So anyway, coming on to lap number 3, he's in the slipstream now, so just got to be careful. So braking just a tad too late, and we go really wide, and that's going to allow everyone to close up. So the gap went from about half a second to 2 tenths in the blink of an eye, just because I braked a bit too late. So through the S section, he's trailing us quite well here, no mistake, but he does run wide, which is going to lose him about a tenth or so. So through the right hander, not the greatest run, I will be honest. So I need to make sure I get this final corner absolutely precise, or else punishment will come. So through the final corner, running wide, just not the greatest exit, and that's going to allow him to close up. It's going to go defensive, so we've really got to try and avoid losing as much time as possible here. So we're going to try to squeeze him without actually pushing him off the track, braking just at the perfect time to prevent the cutback, as the Italian goes for a savage lunge from absolutely nowhere. So WBA legend drops down to 4th, and this should allow us to kind of pull away. So through the S section, nice and tidy, and then into the right hander, powering out quite early. So the Italian at this point is just under 2 tenths behind, so he's really closing up in that Peugeot, which by the way is an absolute rocket ship. Give it a go. So it goes around the outside, and this is not the best position. So you've got the Italian on my left, WBA legend on my left as well, and then the Spaniards closing up as well. So we could lose 3 positions in about 20 seconds here, as the Spaniard goes for a massive dive bomb. Actually made it work, but he gets a 2-second penalty, no idea what for. There must have been the slightest contact, and he gets pushed off wide anyway, so it's a lose-lose situation. So just got to stick behind for now, wait for the braking zones, and he goes wide, so we're going to think about a move down the inside. We go for it, but it's just not going to work. We've got to make sure we leave him space though. Really clean racing this, no argy-bargy. So no bumper cars at the playground fair. So into the final corner, powering out nice and early. I'm fairly confident that he doesn't have the slipstream, so I've just got to make sure that we time this move well. So we've got the slipstream, we're gonna go for it. I think we've got the overspeed, so down the inside into the first corner, braking late and just powering out a bit too early, and then just pushing him off track. And that was my fault, I will be honest. I really should not have done that. I should have kind of gone off the accelerator and left him much more space. So I'm really sorry, mate. I did not mean to do that. So dropping down to 4th as a result, because I did get a kick of oversteer. So through the right hander and into the final corner, we've got to make sure we nail this, because he does not have the slipstream, so we could try and get him back. He runs wide, we just cut the curve, and that's not gonna gain us any time. We do have the slipstream though, but there is an FF car behind us, so just got to be wary. So the gap's about 4 tenths and it's just going to keep on dropping, but it's not going to be enough for us to go for the move. So we're going to brake late. I'm going to try and prevent the cutback, as we do gain quite a lot of time there, so we're just 2 tenths behind. So, you know, maybe we could go for it into the right hand, I'm not too sure. So coming through the left-right section here, just clipping the curve, it's going to lose us a handful of time. So just kind of avoid him there, because he was going quite slowly through the apex, but he's how he gets a great run out through the corner, and we're going to have to leave him space. But here, tell me who's at fault, because I felt like I had nowhere to go and I just send him spinning. So he's gone spinala. Let's just slow it down here, because there's contact there, and at this point I'm going as far left as I can, and then he just kind of turns in as if I'm not there. So I honestly think I am at fault there for part of it, but as well I think he has a portion of the blame. But that's going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, like and subscribe. Leave some feedback under the pinned comment as usual. But that's all from me, everyone. Take care, stay safe, subscribe, and goodbye.